Hello and welcome to the Hartwell Arena. We're just going to have the national anthems before we get ready for the hockey from Group H with USA and France. Right back with you soon. National anthems are done and we're ready for more hockey from Group H, and USA with a great chance to go to the top of the group, and they're trying to follow in the footsteps after that great performance by Finland beating Russia last night. But they meet a French side that maybe had the biggest victory of their entire history last time out against Russia. I'm still here with our resident expert Patrice Lefebvre. Good evening, good afternoon, Patrice.
Good afternoon, Owen.
And we'll just take you through the lineups quickly with Patrice's expert eye.
Well, absolutely. The first line to watch: Greg Smith, David Moss, Paul Stachey has been the powerhouse of the USA team, and Ben Bishop in net, big presence in there for Team USA.
And these two met the first game of the group stage last year, and it was a 7-2 rout in favor of the US. Are the French going to be able to do it with this lineup?
Well, Cristobal Huet, that's won the Stanley Cup with the Chicago Blackhawks. We have the first line of Yorick Trey, Laurent Meunier, and Julien Desrosiers, and as well to make sure, a nice mention to Damien Fleury, that's already got 3 goals and 4 points in that tournament, and Tim Bozon, that was drafted at my Montreal Canadiens in the last entry draft in 2012.
Well, France last time out, they finished 9th. They didn't qualify for the playoffs. They've also missed out on qualification to the Olympics next year. And they're trying to make amends for that with a good performance so far. And if we take another look into the group, the United States are in second. France currently in 5th on 6 points, just 1 behind Slovakia. And if they can get a positive result and carry on that good form and excellent play that they produced against Russia, a remarkable, earth-shattering performance that really made the news around the world, then maybe we could see another upset and maybe a qualification into the playoffs for the first time in many a year. So we're ready for the first drop of the puck. The French in the blue vests, USA in the white.
USA cannot take that team of France lightly, especially just what you've mentioned with that upset they've done against Russia. So they got to be motivated and play a secure game today.
Certainly, and USA have not been one of the great sides here in recent years either. It's always worth remembering. They haven't taken a medal since 2004 when they won the bronze. Last year was 7th place after making it to the playoffs. So something for them to think about. Of course, lots of debutants in their roster. And that could be an opportunity for France, perhaps, if they're not going up. Maybe the USA, though, wouldn't take them quite as lightly as perhaps they could have done before that victory against Russia. Maybe just made them sit up and take notice and think, okay, we got to perform here.
Well, it's probably the best thing that happened for Team USA, that France beat Russia, so they have to take this team seriously, knowing that with the upset that happened. So sometimes it's a good thing, because with teams like USA, Canada, example, teams against France and lower place teams, they have a tendency, and it's human nature, to take those teams lightly, but today they can't.
Indeed, we just got to look at Paul Stastny, who's slap shot coming in early on. Stastny, who's leading points for the USA on 7. Coming forward. Oh, nice pass across, and the French opened up early on. Shot from Hunwick. Matt Hunwick already with 2 goals, and he was close there, making Hue work early on. Still inside the first minute here of the first period. USA-France in Helsinki.
We just saw the high net drive by the defenseman of USA, which created a little bit of AVOC for Team France. Being higher than the second forward, going to the second post of the net.
USA's last match was a superb victory over host Finland, 4-1. They stormed away in the 3rd period there against the Finnish outfit, who did recover, as we mentioned, against Russia last night. And really there's a chance for one of these teams to maybe topple Russia from the top of the group, as the French just managed to dig it away, coming through into the center ice. Pass just gets by Roussel, who was one of the stars of that victory over the Russians. Plays his hockey in the US, so you'll know a lot of the guys out there he's up against in the early start here in the Finnish capital.
Penalty coming against France for cross-check.
Well, from the French point of view, Patrice, how are they going to try and limit the American quality on the ice and try and stay with them?
Well, they for the example, they cannot get caught up of the victory they've done against Russia. Yes, it's a great upset. It's a great. We see the miss open net there. It's a great upset. It was a great game for them, but they have to come back and be concentrated on their game, which means play simple defensive hockey and then wait for their chances.
And the USA have got their first power play just 2 minutes into the first period. And the French is going to be under pressure here, as there's a little dump and go from Craig Smith. He's been at the center of everything good for the US so far. Not such a great pass that time from Justin Falk. In behind with David Moss. He's recently moved to Phoenix from Calgary. Lays up the slap shot. Traffic in front of Hue, but wrapping around on the boards. It's confirmation that was Teddy Da Costa who went in the box for cross-checking. The puck just squirts away, and we're 1 minute gone in the power play.
USA is definitely gonna have to pick it up a little bit here. They're not working really hard on their power play, and if they do that, then for sure France gonna kill that penalty for sure.
Yeah, they do seem to be taking it a bit easy as we get going, and they can't afford to start slow. We've seen them fall behind in 4 consecutive games so far in the groups. Every side they've come up against, they've given them a 1-goal lead, and it's just making their life a little more difficult today. They want to try and start strongly, and be the one in charge. A little dump and go from Stapleton. Actually played a couple of years in Finland before going back to the US.
France doing a good job there on their own blue line, making it hard for Team USA to get in, which creates, they have to create a dump, and they have 2 guys stop at the far blue line, so they have a chance to get the puck back and throw it out of their zone.
Oh, Louis there almost embarrassed. The puck just glancing off the post, and now we got the face-off Still a few seconds to go in the power play. The US leading the tournament on power plays, 6 goals from the previous 14, which is an excellent record for them. A little reverse pass by Pelusic, and the shot comes in. And Bjugstad unable to get the crucial touch, but he's still got the puck, looking for the man high up on the point. Falk, and he digs it in, and back to full strength, the French, and they can dub it up and just change the line.
Well, nothing dangerous on that power play. Then you know there was a real scoring chance on that one. And if they want to do that, then it's going to be to the advantage of France. The longer it goes 0-0 in the game, the better it is for France, because Team USA might have to push it a little bit harder and then open things up. Then that's when the chances are created for France.
Just got to look at the respective coaches there. French-Canadian Dave Henderson. So no troubles with the language. How important is it, Patrice, as a coach yourself, that you can speak the language of the players? And
well, it's always good to get your message go, and then it's not an excuse for the player to say, "Oh, I didn't understand." So there are no excuse on both sides.
Face off here in the center ice. The referee, his work cut out for him there as the opposing players having a dig at each other. And the US do well just getting it back. And we can start again. It's Eric Johnson. No, it wasn't, in fact, Jamie McBain. Well, space just opens up. Touch from Thompson. Oh, and pulled back. Well, there's a great moment there. Then goes into slow motion with Houé on his knees.
Perfect example there on that play. Try to make that pass. There are 3 guys in front of the net. Against Team USA, there's no chance.
Here's Stephen Jonta. Career high games in the NHL this year, 48 for New Jersey.
Golden call against Vincent Bachet. When you put your arm around a player, or around his waist, or around his neck, it's automatic holding penalty, and that's what happened right there.
One of the veterans of the French roster, Bachet, as we get another look at that chance. What a moment that was. It was Stephen Jonta who was arriving. There he is in your picture. He's been in the points already for Team USA. 1 goal so far. Another power play, and the French making life difficult for themselves early on. And from a man as experienced as Bachet, do without this. Only 5 minutes in, already 2 penalties. Looking for the option, it comes McBain. He swings it across, then the shot. Good save from Houé. But nice use of the puck there from the US.
Good puck movement there by US. Still got to put a little more traffic in front. And if not, it's going to make US life easier. Good pass across to Smith. Good shot.
Smith in his 3rd World Championships. Actually played another one of those who played here in Switzerland during the lockout, at the beginning of this year in the NHL.
Watch for Stastny to get in the slot once the puck goes down.
And Stastny just creeping in, you can see there. Falk is the one on the blue line waiting for the pass, doesn't come, goes in behind. Here's with David Moss. And a little pass into Smith, taking their time about it, but they're still on the outside. Pass comes over now to Falk. Now Stastny, he can lay it back. Again, they've gone for that option over on the left side. Similar pattern to the passes as we saw just moments before. The French have just about done enough, and they can finally get it up the ice with Manavian, one who plays his hockey, one of a few that play in Austria. He's with Innsbruck.
Well, good scoring chances by Team USA there. Using the puck, using their shots, their big shot from the Ds. That's how they're going to create some chances for scoring goals.
Bjugstad wraps it round the boards. Here's Stapleton. He's got the option of Johnson high up on the point. Is he going to sweep it over? Just one more pass. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Back to Johnson, set over, and then the shot. Didn't catch it cleanly at all. Ugly looking effort there from Petri. Here he is again. Oh, took a deflection, a kind one at that. Plenty of men in front. Where's the shot? Petri lays over. Johnson drives it in. Well, good taken there from Petri as the French defender came out. And back to full strength. Well, the French doing enough. They're not too high on the penalty kills in the 16 teams in the tournament, but good effort so far in the second one early on.
One thing it's they got to take advantage of is try to throw the puck in the corners. That's for Team USA. Make Hua come out of his net because it's
it's gone in. It's Jonta. Incredible. Out of nowhere, the puck just flies past Hua. And USA take the lead.
I think there was a deflection there in front by Gionta. What I was saying before is Hua is not good controlling the puck out of his net, so you got to take advantage of that. And we see the play here again. Shooting the puck to the net.
Matt Carl was the one high up on the point, and he whips it. Let's have a look. Well, Jonta was right in front, and he thinks he got a touch on it. Gets his second goal. Out of nothing, that Patrice.
Well, it's simple. Put the puck at the net, get in front, things happen.
Well, the US have been the dominant of the two sides, you got to say, in the first 7 minutes here. And they've taken the lead. The French have managed to get through those first couple of penalties, fallen behind, and now it's finally the US that take the lead in their 5th match here in the 2013 IIHF World Champs. Here's Teddy da Costa, plays in Poland.
Good hit there by Roussel.
Bachet mopping up and then sent around the boards. Space here for Brian Henderson. Hook Foy, the one going the long way round. One of 4 skaters that play in Sweden. The referee just has a word with Aaron Palushik, moved from the Canadians to Colorado in February. The former employer of Joe Sacco there.
Well, a little bit of words against with Palusha and some teams from guys from the French team.
Well, it would be a great result for Henderson if he can get them into the playoffs. Still a long way to go, though, of course.
Absolutely. They cannot get caught of what happened before. They have to be in the moment, play shift by shift, and hope for the best. You got to forget about the game against Russia.
He's had a number of World Championships as the #1 coach. He was joint coach since 2007. Also with them in Division 1 and with Amiens through the 70s, 80s and 90s as player coach and the head coach, so very experienced in the French hockey scene, Dave Henderson. Certainly would be one of the moments of his career to get them into the playoffs.
Still a long ways to go, though.
A long, long way, yeah. But we're game 5 of 7 in Group H. It's been a tournament of upsets at times. Oh, nice reverse pass. And then the shot comes in again. They're looking for that deflection in front. That time it was Danny Christo. He's playing university hockey this year. And oh, another nice pass there. A bit of quality from the US. Christo again. You see those little touches, sort of things that the French just can't produce.
There's a good battle on the boards, too. 2-on-2 on the boards, winning the puck, making that sweet pass to the D. Shot, deflection, almost a goal.
Bozon was the one who pings it off the board. Now in behind, looking for the option. First time we've seen some action for the French right in front of the crease, and it doesn't come to much either. Yoik Trey, the Red Bull Salzburg forward, was the one trying to get it. Hasn't got a point yet in the tournament. Putting pressure on is De Rosier. Another shot from number 15, Craig Smith, takes a block off the D, and now the French, good little turn there from De Rosier. Coming forward with Mounier, only one who plays in America, in Germany for Straubing Tigers. Good save from Bishop. Little reverse pass, brings Stasny into the play, and then trying to jink his way through was Carter. And just cleaning up at the back was Falk. Now here's the goal scorer, Stephen Jonta.
Team USA definitely has to go in with more speed, do what they've done before. Puck wide, two guys driving in the net, having a high net drive as well, using their defensemen. That's how they missed their open net before in the second shift of the game.
Well, Trey had to clean out a stick before getting that shot off. Maybe just took a bit of the power out of his effort. On the wides by Nicholas Besch. All 7 skaters there pinned on the boards. Falk. Shot from range. Bishop all the time, but pressure was coming on. And goalie. Goalie who did wonders in the previous games he's had in the tournament so far, as did John Gibson, who was in goal for the one against Finland. The young man had a quite incredible debut in the national setup for the US. Well-deserved rest, though, for Bishop on that game, and should be fresh. That was a slack pass. Stick come out from Henderson. 10.5 minutes gone in the first period. US 1 to the good. That's Antoine Roussel, who was speaking glowingly of his team's performance, but very much echoing Patrice's words that they couldn't rest on their laurels after that victory over Russia. He was speaking in the post-game, and he really needed the French to keep pushing. I think they've already achieved the great moment of the tournament. If they're going to get into the playoffs, they've got to keep putting in those performances. They've got to stay with the US, you feel, Patrice. They can't go 2 or 3 behind early on in this first period.
No, they got to stay, like I said, as long as it is tight, even tight, they always have a chance. If they let 2 or 3 goals behind, then it makes it harder, and they have to get out of their game plan. They don't have enough firepower in the attack to play an open game.
Here's Hook Foy cleaning up. And coming into center ice. Nice little jink there. Just disappears around Palouche. But again, isolated in the center was Bertrand, but we've said on a number of occasions they can't attack in 1s and 2s. They need to go as a unit. Really, we saw there a nice move from the French coming through center ice, and then when they looked for the option in front, there was only 1 against 3 defensemen, and of course the US triumphed.
It was a good job by Laurent Meunier there to take his men out all the way to the net, eliminate his stick.
Another drive here on the right wing. Good work from David Moss just to slow him down, and they pinch the puck back. Now coming into the French zone, pass across. Oh, trying to control it with the feet was Craig Smith. And then the long range shot, well, just opened up a little there. Smith again on the boards. Petri swings it across. And back into center ice. High up on the blue line. Just maybe offside there against Stasny.
One thing with the French, when they have the puck and they go in the zone, they have to go deep and low. What they're doing, trying to do it, if there's one guy with the puck, he's going in the middle and he stops skating. Makes it easier for the USA team to get control back. And we saw the last time The French player came in on the boards. What he made is stop, and then he got caught by Moss on the board. So he's got to go deep, bring everybody down low, and wait for his teammates to come in, and then try to create a play on the slot, or back to the D's for a shot in front. They stop skating, there's no chance.
Well, children seem to be enjoying screaming as we wait for the play to get back underway. That's a strange moment there. Some sort of psychological test going on. Party atmosphere here. Only early in the day. We've got a good crowd as well, though, for USA France. A lot of the teams that have neutral, as it were, they're not Finland or Sweden over in Stockholm, haven't had great attendances, but got a good turnout for the US, I would say, particularly. And great to see everyone on a Saturday afternoon here enjoying the hockey. More games to come as well. Later on is a busy day of hockey in the World Championships today. 3 matches as the pass is swung over to Johnson. In range, gloved by Huet, and just lets it out. And he's on his own again. Oh, this is just opening up there for Fleury.
Well, Demi Fleury, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points in 4 games so far. Pretty good stats.
In his 3rd World Championships. He's playing in the 2nd division in Sweden this season. He got most goals in the Allsvenskan League, as it's called, 29. Getting another year there. But I guess just that one player gives you an idea of the difference between where these rosters are coming from and playing in 2nd division in Sweden. He's playing in the NHL. As the shot comes in, saved comfortably there with the pads. Well, that one wouldn't have gone in if the goal was twice the height. Eric Johnson. Just teasing the puck in behind Bjorkstad. Pressure coming on, difficult for the French to get it out. And goes around the boards. A bit broken here, Henderson. He dumps it up. And he just changed the line, no one chasing that.
Good job by Vincent Bachet there in the corner against Palushai on one-on-one.
Everything in front of them here, the US, they're trying to build it up. Still 1 to the good. We got 6 minutes and seconds on the clock. It's been a good first period for them so far. Just in control very much of the game. Keeping the French at stick's length. Attempt to get it round from Bozon. Almost a tranquil effect to this game so far. There is a decent crowd in. Really definite hush as the hockey goes on.
One thing Team USA can't get caught in is playing the same level or same style as France. They have to play their own game, their own level, and they have to create a lot of speed. If they just slow down the same pace as France, then France got the advantage.
Yeah, sounds like wise words to me. As we get a look at Roussel, only 23 years of age, a French Canadian, in his 2nd World Championships. At 14 points for the Dallas Stars this season in 39 games. Not bad for a young man of 23.
Yes, it is.
And dump and go is going to be too close to Huet, though. Arriving is Smith. He needs to get himself back in the goal. A little bit of a, not to say miss control with the puck, but the French do manage to bring it forward. In center ice, Fleury just takes a deflection off Eric Johnson. He's had a good tournament so far, Johnson. His 2nd World Championship and Olympic silver medalist. And turning end over end in the air, and then the US can bring it away. Well, if you're just joining us, the goal really coming out of nothing. It was puck going away from the French goal. And the French defenders thought they managed to get rid of the attack. And then the hit from Matt Carl flying through the air found Steven Jonta. The man in your picture now, and he just got the faintest of touches to put it past Hue. That's where we find ourselves as we come into the last 4.5 minutes. Oh, good check there to slow down Jonta. Pass from Trey, plays for Sparta Prague. Now it's with Fleury on the back, 4 minutes on the clock. Pass into Besh. Again kept on the outside. Went into traffic, man down. That was Eric Johnson, still recovering himself. He seems okay. Lost his helmet as well. Jonta. Johnson just goes off the ice. Yeah, just hit his head there. Now this is a attacking position for the French for only a matter of seconds, and then the US take it back again. And they're really struggling to have any sort of puck time inside the US zone at the moment. And as Patrice says, it's at the other end that the US really need to be turning it up a notch. Be a chance. Damien Rowe. McBain gets it away, and it's good work. Forward by Bjorkstad, cross-ice pass, and it was wonderfully done. Saved by Hue, off the backboards. Picked up by Butler. High up on the point, now drifting into the slot. And here's the pass, great chance here. Oh yes, how easy was that? And the US make it 2-0. Well, that was a sweet goal there from Bobby Butler. And really laid out on an icy platter for him. Second goal of the tournament, and oh, that was sweet, wasn't it, Patrice?
Beautiful goal. We saw that cycling, high to low. High forward coming involved from high to low. Great pass in the slot. Unselfish play, open net, easy goal. But a great play. Everything started from the corner for the forecheck. Not much you can do with that one.
Drew LeBlanc with the assist to the pass to Butler, but it was like a training exercise. Just tucked away into the back of the net, and well, that's going to be really discouraging for the French. You feel they've been trying so hard to keep with it. It's not they're not doing their level best. Just they haven't quite been able to match the US at the other end. But then for the US just to tuck it away with such ease, double that advantage. Oh, another moment there. Everybody missing it. LeBlanc again gets it in front. Christo now. Check comes from Meunier. And here with Peluche. The French are going to try and draw on the reserves they built up of wonderful performance against Russia. 2 minutes to go in this first period. Certainly not all is lost, but 2 behind. It's going to be some work to get back into. A dump from Christo there, looking for Moss. Still Moss, and a reverse pass. And LeBlanc takes a tumble. Another youngster, only 23 years of age, in his first World Championships, and made his debut for the Chicago Blackhawks this year in the NHL. Well, the US trying to dig it out. They've done that with Smith on the boards. Now with Johnson in the play after that little fall he had. And back is Edouard Belmare.
Ooh, almost too many men on the ice for France.
And they don't want to be making simple mistakes like that. Henderson. Well, the puck goes nowhere again. 1 minute remaining, Natanoy says. Big collision there with Carter going down. And then the big check coming in. Physical from the French to close up this Last minutes. Well, there's 4 men for France in the ice there, but was that the best option, really? Had options right and left, decided to just dump it up in behind. And again, the US just take it away. And it's a bit too easy, that, for USA.
That's a perfect example of what France has to do, is get the puck deep behind the defenseman of Team USA and trying to create Krivak, trying to create a little pinch, another little pinch, a little block, try to get some control, some cycling going, and get the puck to the net. They can't go one-on-one with their speed. They don't have the speed enough to play against USA one-on-one like that.
Yorick Trey is on mopping up, passing to Besh. Nice pass, cross ice. Could open up here. We've got 3-on-3. Well, better, but couldn't get the contact right in front. Definitely some thinking to do for Henderson as we go into the break. USA 2 goals to the good. The French very much second best at the moment. Much more to come from the second period here in the Hardball Arena in Helsinki. Don't go away. Okay, we're back here in the Hardball Arena. A little pause as we try to get ready for the drop of the puck. Still with me, Owen Nilsson and Patrice Lefebvre. And currently USA 2, France 0. And the French need to try and get back into this game. They need the next score, you feel, if they're going to try and stay with the US. An early flash of the puck across the crease.
That's a perfect example of what France has to do. Go away with the puck, throw the puck to the net, hope for a rebound, hope for a deflection.
Well, incredible chance there, though, just after the French were in the right area, getting the shot on goal. As Bishop makes a save, but then at the other end from point-blank range, the Americans really had a chance to make it 3. Now coming through center ice, it's Fleury with the pass, finds Edouard Bellemare. Oh, nice work there on the D from Craig Smith.
Well, different base in that second period there, Owen. France is coming up a little harder, so.
And behind is Jonta. Jonta got the first goal, and he was speaking in an interview after the first period. What did you make of his words to the American network?
Well, you know, he said they had to keep cycling the puck, keeping the puck under the circle and trying to get some shots, and that's exactly what happened. They've won the battles on the boards, and were able to bring the puck back to the Ds and get some net presence, and that's exactly how Giunta got the first goal with deflection.
good tactics so far from the US. Stasny in your picture, he was the one that just had that chance. Good save though from Hue. Kept his pad down low to his right. That one disappears. And these two have met 8 times in the World Championships. 7 wins to 1 in favour of the US. So we get another look at the leading point scorer, Paul Stasny. Well, some strong words coming out of the mouth of Roussel there. I don't know if anyone could lip read that. Certainly taking his hockey seriously this afternoon. As across the ice into the middle is Roussel. It's the check on Bishop. Well, Patrice said that the US needed to be mindful of playing the same tempo as the French, who are obviously quite as well equipped as the US. The French have turned it up now, so the US need to match them. And on the shot, well, we've already seen more chances for the French in the first 2 minutes of the second period than almost the entire first.
Well, that was a great play, great scoring chance there. Puck east to west. Almost getting an open net there, pass across the crease.
See it here, so slinging it across the ice, and then the pass waiting in front was Henderson. But he's too slow there with the stick, needs to react quicker. Haven't had that many chances, as we already said, when one does come, even how slight it may be. Needs to be really on his reactions. This is Bertrand. Oh, from close range, and then the slip. It was Gutig, I think, wearing 71 indeed.
This is exactly what France has to do, is keep the puck down low, below the net. Create some cycling.
Center ice, 2-on-2, danger here for the French. Well, the play moving into the right wing, coming round. Well, nice little dig there from LeBlanc, who got the assist for the second goal. Slapshot takes a deflection off Gutig. And he plays in Sweden. Well, that looked a nice idea, but no one there. Good work from the goalie, anticipating that puck coming round, pulling it out. Nassim Peluche. Christo that takes a spin on the ice as the whistle comes. University of North Dakota, Tony Christo this year, 52 points. Credit to Vincent Bachet, slowing down the youngster. His whole hockey career ahead of him. And 20 of the 23 in the roster here for the USA have played in the World Championship under 18, under 20, or at the senior level. We were just talking before about the news that the NHL are going to come to an agreement with the Olympic Committee, they hope at least, over participation in the Olympics next year, which is going to be held in February, well in the middle of the NHL season. Of course, we always want to see the biggest stars turning out for the US and Canada, and also the other European sides, of which there are many NHL players these days. Pass across, trying to find the angle, comes back over to Carl, who got the assist for the first goal. It's just tipped in by Steven Jonta. Good stick work, opened up, but he's forced to shoot from high up in the slot. There's Fleury. Oh, that was a nice pass, zipped it across the ice there, looking for Sacha Trey.
Well, France picking up the physical game, a lot of late checks and a lot of stick work there. We saw Johnson getting nicked by a stick by Laurent Meunier before on his forecheck. So,
well, Jonta said after the first period that he was a little bit Naki out there. They were having a go at each other, but he was enjoying it, and the French, that's the way they need to get themselves back in the game. So be it. 5 gone in the second period. Jonta turning the favour there. And Edouard Bellemare. Good skating, gets away. As Da Costa. Then again he's isolated at 3 white vests in front of him, and just decided to go on his own with the puck given away, and wanted some support there, Da Costa. Again, it's a little dump. Again, Bishop. Good awareness, but good anticipation there from Henderson. He saw that little reverse pass coming from Bishop. Quickly skated up to put the pressure in the end. The US managed to get the puck up the ice, but aggressive there from the French.
The French got to be a little smarter on their dumps. They cannot dump the puck towards the goalie because Bishop is very good with handling the puck, and there's no chance for them to recuperate it. So they got to make sure they give a dump away from the goalie.
Good chance there, well built up again. We see the slick passing of the US. It ended up with LeBlanc, whose shot was blocked. But we saw the second goal where they just opened up the French with almost childlike ease. And there's an error there. Chance now. Oh, well. Bjugstad just got it on the backhand. Not the strongest shot. Here he is again, Nick Bjugstad, the debutant in the NHL this year. Passing behind, bringing it round high up. And the slot was Carl. The point, I should say. And then the pass, oh, right in front was Paluche. And again, a chance for the US. That really was a good moment to make it 3. He's failing to get the stick on the puck as it came to him. And you do get the sense that when the US just click in one passage of play, the French defense just opens up.
Well, we saw some good cycling there by the USA team. There's a turnover right there. Cutting to the net. Good save by Huet.
He's 20 years of age, Nick Bjugstad. Made 11 games for the Florida Panthers in the NHL. Got his first ever goal as well this season. World Junior Champion, bronze medal for the under-20s back in 2011.
And pass.
What way, Patrice, would you say that the learning experience gained from being in the international tournaments for the young Americans compared to getting chance ice time in the NHL? Obviously, it's a different thing, but is it better in the NHL because of the quality, or what extra can they gain from playing in the international hockey scene?
Well, absolutely. You get some more ice time. You get put in position that you probably wouldn't in the NHL because of your age and your experience. So you have a chance to play a different role, a more important role, and get some confidence, and get some appearance.
But all useful stuff for the young USA roster. Stastny, with 3 World Championship appearances, is the most experienced, along with Craig Smith. As the crowd gets some more music, as does the commentary box. Getting ready for this. Well, the French have really done well in this second period so far. They've met the US head on. They've kept it level in this period so far. Don't forget, last year they met in the opening game of the group, and the US smashed the French 7-2. Nice little pass there through the legs to get the US moving up the ice. Quality. David Moss. No one allowed to just drift across the crease. No one making the touch. In the end, the French can bring it away in the center ice now. It's with Mounier. Well, and then the penalty. Haven't had too many penalties in the game so far. It's Stastny for slashing. First penalty minutes for the US. 4 in the first period for the French. Not much to it, but nonetheless, it is what that's on Laurent Meunier.
Should have been a two slashing, one from Meunier and one there for Stastny.
Not sure about that reaction from Meunier though.
Yeah.
This isn't a football field. Barely touched him.
Hey, it was smart. Get a power play for his team.
It's only last 4 seconds before the whistle. Looking at the penalty killing, USA again, they're near the top of that. They've only taken 1 goal in the previous 13. It's third on the list behind Norway and Canada. France on the power play down in 12th, just 1 goal from 13. So that's after 4 games in favor of the US. Let's see what happens here with the French. Whether they can get themselves back in the game.
Penalty coming for Team USA for slashing or interference. 5-on-3 for Team France.
It's going to be against Johnson.
That's one thing I don't agree with. They're both going for the puck. Johnson's making a, he's harder on his stick on the face to get the puck. Gets a slash. Always say that when you hold your stick, you should be holding hard with 2 hands. And so, but hey, a good chance there for Team France.
Definitely is. 2-man advantage, 5-on-3. The defenseman Johnson picking up his 16th penalty minute. Got a misconduct penalty after the loss to Russia. Right at the end there, he just smashed the puck away, and the referees took issue with that. And the French now with a great chance to get themselves at least a goal to the good. Get the scoring going here with his 2-man advantage. Foy saved and then driven away. Foy again, he's got all the space. Decides to just lay off the puck, and then the shot again! Oh yes! The French with the 2-man advantage, they take it. And now they have the first goal. Stastny, a little grimace there, rueful smile. And credit goes to Kevin Foy, his first goal of the tournament. And a crucial one for the French, and you think they deserve that after this performance in the second period.
Absolutely, they've came out with a different spirit, different game, and a good job by moving the puck back and forth to the D. Good shot by Ekfrey, and great job by Eric Trey in front, getting a big screen in front.
Certainly was. He rifled that one in, and you can see Saka there not impressed. And the discipline of the Americans after not 1 penalty first period, just letting them down in successive moments, and that allows Foy to get his 6th career goal in the World Championships.
Ekfrey, they played for Team Geneva in Switzerland in the A-League last year. And that's the thing, USA cannot get, they get involved with France with stick work and retaliation, they're gonna get penalties, and they're gonna give a chance for France to come back in the game. So they cannot get caught in that game.
The good spoiling tactics from the French then, just drawing the US into their type of fight.
Absolutely.
As we said the other day, many ways to win a hockey match. Maybe the smarts are with the French at the moment. How are the US going to react? Still got that 1-goal lead, of course. 40 seconds to go on 5-on-4. Now it's with De Rosier. Rousseau's the one in front of the crease, trying to make a nuisance of himself. Ah, just got away. And the US managed to dump it up the other end. Another penalty coming. This time it's for, looks like Ryan Carter.
Delay of game, yeah. Another 5-on-3.
Part of the New Jersey Devils. It's his 8th penalty minute, and Sacco, well, you can see there, he's not impressed at all, and you can see the grimace from Carter as he let go of the puck from his stick. I imagine that Sacco's going to let rip in the end of this period.
Well, he's got to definitely tell to his players, hey, let's not get got in that game. Let's play our game. Let's go back to playing Team USA hockey. And if you give teams a chance like that, I'm talking about in the world here, there's a chance of them coming back. Then they got momentum. Then the pressure is on Team USA after that.
The French 5 seconds to go. This 5-on-3. They try and make an angle for the shot. He's over here again. Oh, just took a deflection off the skates. Oh, and danger here. This will be a nightmare if they score. Well, it's a good job it was with Eric Johnson, defenseman. And as lethal in front of goal as some of his teammates. And the drop pass, and 10 minutes gone in the second period. Things just broke down there, and takes some seconds out of the clock as well, as it took its time to come round to Hue.
France got to keep things simple as well. Make sure you get the puck deep, get in position, move the puck, try to get some shots there from the points, get people in front.
Rousseau on the point with the man who got the goal. Still a minute to go in the power play. Oh, just managed to dig it out. Good work. Credit to Chris Butler there, who was right on the line, just in the right place at the right time. Well,
Meunier had a good chance to get a shot there, and he faked it. If you have a chance to put the puck in the net, you have to.
And again, I think the French feeling guilty, trying to be too smart with the puck. It's funny how the game twisting and turning. Suddenly France are in a position they hadn't been for 30 minutes. They start to change things themselves, trying to force passes. And Sacha Trey, he's back. Space opens up with a shot. Why not? Back to full strength, the US. Well, they got one goal out of the power play, just their second of the tournament. The US in the end did a good job just to keep things as it was. 5-3 again, good interception, but it was an ambitious pass.
Team USA is playing sloppy hockey right now. Just saw an example of a pass by Johnson. Not even a 2-meter pass, not even on the stick, right behind. So that's lack of concentration right there.
Well, the facet of their game that the French need to try and take advantage of, because sure they can pull it together as quickly as they lost it. Oh, and that was poor work there from the goal scorer. Foy almost got robbed right in front of the crease. LeBlanc, reverse pass looking for Bobby Butler. Got the second goal. There's the pass coming. Something to chase there for Danny Christo. Then Hue back around the boards. Isn't the best one though. And really fighting for the puck now. The shot's pretty even, one in favor of France, compared to the first period, which was 12-3 in favor of the US. Missed by Guti. Now is Damien Roy. Takes a tumble there, Roy. Under pressure from McBain. Wow, he squeezes out between the legs and the US can come. You've got 4 skaters there coming through center ice. Pass over to Bobby Butler. Tries his luck from high up on the left wing, goes wide. Still there for the US though. Try and work it back. Arriving is Matt Carl. An in-driven shot takes the deflection off Hue. A little better period there from the US, taking slightly more control of the puck and position on the ice. Well, they spoke about keeping the puck above the circles. Oh, that one's almost tipped in, arriving late in the crease. It was number 18, David Moss. Just didn't quite manage to get the touch. Good save there from Ben Bishop, down low to his left. I was going to say that the US haven't been able to replicate keeping the puck in the right areas of the ice as the French have come back at them. It's made it difficult to create any goal-scoring chances. We could see the drop-off on the shot count.
Well, the thing with US, of course, they have some PKs to kill. but they have to come back to what he had done in the first period. If they're just trying to look that cute play because it was a 2-0 lead, then it's going to play against you. France going to have their chance like they did there on a 5-on-3, which was good execution. Quick pass, north and south, good shot by Ekfeuille.
It was nice work there just to move number 25, Matt Carl, and that little 1-2 pass, and just opened up the space a little bit for simple stuff. But as you keep saying, seems every single game that is just the simple things that work so well.
Absolutely. There's not a lot of secrets in hockey. It's about a matter of putting the puck in the net and at the net and having guys there for a rebound and being in that gray area in the slot and getting some cheesy goal, like we say. But right now, France got to keep putting the puck behind the USA team's D. Try to create a little cycle, a little A-buck there, and get the puck at the net and try to put it in, dig it in.
Well, to keep that intensity, like Patrice says. Constant battle going on here now in center ice with Clay. Just came away with the puck. McFoy's the one receiving it now. Zips it back to his own zone. No rush here. Nice pass. Just on the right side, Clay. Just run the line change. 5 minutes to go in the second period. It's been a good one up to now for the French. The US still lead 2-1 after both goals coming in the first time. Fleury helps it on, but that was going nowhere from Fleury. Smart turn, good skating there from Johnson. He's under 18 gold and under 20 bronze. Nice medal cabinet. Now looking for that pass across from Drew LeBlanc. He's been in the all-academic team 4 years in a row. Top collegiate player of the year, and the all-star team after a 50-point season for him. Here was that moment before with David Moss arriving.
That's what we talk about, driving the net, just getting a little pass to the net, driving the net. Could have gone in. It was bad luck for him and good luck for UA and Team France.
US take the face off. Petri driven in onto Pelusic. Now arriving was Christo, but now Petri has it. Just dumps it up the other end. Arriving was Bjorkstad. Rather fortunate there with the touch, the French defenseman, but they have managed to get it away. Only as far as the center ice goes, it's coming back. It's the team in white. They're looking better now. Petri. Pass comes over. And Pelusic. Good turn, but difficult to get that one away. And penalty called. Bit of needle out there. Take a look at the goal once again.
See how quick they move the puck. Bishop have to move from right to left to right again, and it was out of position. That was great puck movement by Bellemare and Ekfeuille.
No penalty, excuse me. Again, the puck goes round the boards. Ekfeuille. He just gets robbed in the wrong area. Oh, what a chance. And David Moss looking for his third goal. Doesn't manage it, but quite putting themselves under pressure in that instance, and they've done it again here. Oh, he's surely got to score. How is he not 3-1 now? Moss once more arriving in the slot at the right moment. He's got to score that, surely. Hue, good save, but even with the space closing, 2 shots in 2. Glorious moments for Moss. It remains 2-1.
Well, good pressure by Team USA right there on the forecheck, using the back and using the third man going to the slot. Like you said, Moss could have had 2 goals right there.
That one just glanced the frame of the goal there. Seemed to take a sharp turn downwards. Close range for the slap shot, but couldn't connect properly with it, and again, the French are under pressure here. The USA have finally got their things together. Oh, nice pass. They just open the French up again. And Craig Smith, who's been in such brilliant form, scored a hat-trick against Finland. Fails to find the net again. That's 3 chances that, well, one of those should have been a goal for the USA. They couldn't make it any easier for themselves in terms of the space in front of Hue. And again, the goalie does well.
Well, US making big saves right now, keeping his team in the game, and could easily be 3 or 4-1 for Team USA right now. So.
Well, I suppose Saka's going to be pleased with the way they're finishing this period now after the malaise in the middle. But here again,
absolutely, they've picked their play up a little bit, playing more simple hockey. Where's the puck going at the net? We didn't have a chance to see the puck. Just barely touches the post, but like you said, they've picked their game up in the last 5 minutes, creating a lot of chances for themselves.
And again, you can see the disparity between the two when the USA returned to that game plan that was working so well in the first period. Not getting embroiled in the battle that the French want to fight. And amazing they haven't extended their lead in that little 2-3 minute period. Could come now. More danger. Nick Thompson was the one with the call. They're claiming goal. They're going to watch out to see. I think the goal net had been removed before the puck anywhere near the line.
Probably going to be a review on that, but there was a late penalty coming against France. We see the holding call right there.
There's Thompson coming forward. Pass comes across.
Could be close.
Comes off the defenseman's skates, I think. Another look.
Oh, could be.
Wow.
I think it's going to be cancelled.
DeCosta was the one who goes into the net and touches it with the skates. That's about as close as it gets.
They got to see a really slow motion for that one.
The naked eye wouldn't be able to pick up that because it's so close. I think he just touches the net before. What do you reckon?
I think so too.
It's really close. It's milliseconds.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah, I think.
Just there, touches the net and then crosses. One frame though on the slow-mo.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much
So
closer.
the goal should be disallowed.
Well, the French rather fortunate there. Literally one frame of the replay, the difference between 3-1 and 2-1 that they've fought hard to earn in this second period. A difficult one, taking their time with it. The officials, of course, don't want to make a wrong decision. That's why they've got the technology.
Exactly, you got the video analysts looking at it carefully, especially when it's that close. You don't want to make a mistake because you don't want to give a chance to the other team to be advantage or disadvantage. So you got to be fair in all aspects.
This is definitely the angle, not the one previous. As you can see, the collision with DeCosta in the post. There isn't much in it, but he just touches there, and then the puck quickly follows him into the net. We hope the officials are going to make the right decision. I'm sure they will. The French are receiving if it goes against them.
So I think it's no goal, but
no goal.
Pretty close though.
Was indeed very close. Great, who came in with 90.91 on the saves after his 2 games. They've really shared the gloves around though. With 105 minutes on the ice preceding this. Henry and Ardi also time in goal for France. So after a lengthy stoppage, we're going again, and that penalty, don't forget, just starting. So the French are going to finish this period down a man after Henderson went off for hooking. Bain. Smith. Smith's shot, looking for the tip there off Stastny. Comes back round, Stastny in space. Finds it back to Smith. Smith over onto the blue line. McBain, sloppy pass, slows things down. Stastny digging it out of the boards. Onto Smith. Nice pass there across the ice. The French holding a tight square in front. Moving to a diamond and then arriving in the crease is Smith. There's two men there. And takes the tip. And the French do well.
Well, Team USA has got to get puck at the net now. Just going around and passing the puck makes life easier for the French team. Doesn't make anything dangerous, so they got to get some shots, get the puck to the net, and then they can make those plays.
The first penalty of the period for the French as well, coming right at the end. 6 minutes for the USA, and we saw that power play goal. Trying to be too smart there with a little reverse pass across the ice, hoping someone's coming onto it. But also needs to remember that there's a puck he needs to take forward. 1 minute to go in the game. Power play 55. LeBlanc chasing his own puck, goes in behind. Good stick in the way to slow things down. Eric Johnson gets it now. The slap shot from Johnson takes the big deflection off Roussel, and then the glove of Houet to a close.
Well, not really anything dangerous by Team USA so far in this power play. Good eye by IIHF, staying with the puck the whole time. Deflected on Roussel's stick.
Well, to go in at 2-1, I think the French overall are going to be very happy, especially considering that little purple patch the US had a couple of minutes ago when, well, 3-4 gilt-edged chances went begging. Another shot, this time from McBain. Then in front, McBain's open again. Is he going to get the shot off? No, he just goes back over to the right side and then laid back. McBain now. Oh, good save again by Houet, down to his right, using the pad. Another driven shot, this time from Fulk. And 7 seconds to go, 5. One more chance maybe, McBain lays it off. And here comes the buzzer. Well, it's a period for the French. The USA went to pieces. And the French took advantage on a 5-on-3 to get themselves back within a goal. Still unsure which way this one's going to go, though. Are the French going to be able to complete the comeback after that great win against Russia? Or are the USA going to keep it together? We'll find out soon. Don't go away. Hello and welcome back to the Hardball Arena, where it's currently USA 2, France 1. Still here with me, Owen Nielsen, and our expert Patrice Lefebvre, who actually played a year in France in his long and illustrious playing career. And we're looking forward to an exciting third period to match that of the second. Patrice, Where are we at?
Well, right now we very bad penalty right now to start the third period for France, giving USA a chance to get some momentum in their game. Team France came out in the second period playing a little better, a little more confidence, got a goal on a 5-on-3. The closest the game is, the better it is for France, but they gotta stay disciplined. You gotta make sure that you don't take too many penalties.
The discipline was not the best from the Americans in the second period, which is what led France back into the game on a 5-on-3. And Kevin Ukfoy scored his first goal of the tournament to make it 2-1. The USA came strong at the end, and they had 3 or 4 glorious chances to extend the lead. They didn't manage to do that. And we heard from one of the US skaters in the intermission. And they hope they're going to take their chances better. But Desrosiers, with only 2 seconds gone, going in the box for high sticking, and I don't think that's the sort of opening to the final period that coach Dave Henderson was expecting.
Well, scramble there in front. Team France doesn't want to give an inch, protect their goalie. See the penalty again.
And he just catches him with the butt of the stick, Stasny in the face. And we mentioned in the first period they've met 8 times in the World Championships before. The last and only win for the French was back in 1998. They played in Zurich. It was a 3-1 triumph for them. Since then, it's defeat 7-2 last time out, 3-2, 4-0 back in Germany, 6-2 in Bern, 3-2 loss in St. Petersburg in 2000. Also in Bolzano in 1994. So history against the French. And numerically disadvantaged at the moment as well. 1:20 to go on the power play, still inside the first minute of the third and final period. The last World Championships, chance just developing here. The USA had 2 overtime wins on their way to the playoffs. They ended up in second place after 7 games behind Team Canada. The French finished in 5th place with 9 points. They're currently going along nicely after that win over Russia. They have 6 points with 1 period and 2 games remaining. Well, even the youngsters are feeling the hits on the boards.
I like the way France right now is killing the penalty. Very aggressive, not giving Team USA a chance to set up.
And the puck goes in behind Bishop. As you mentioned, very good at coming out of the net. Not too much of a test on that occasion. Now coming forward with Eric Johnson. A little dump, but not much used to that. Does come back though, the way of Petri. Now over on the left wing. Johnson just hanging around in the open, wearing number 6. Keeping it over on the left though, in behind. Patience of Petri. Back over. Just trying to get the space, but this defenseman in front. Finally it comes over here to Johnson. Takes a block in front of the crease, and then the French get it away. 20 seconds to go in the power play, just on the right side of the line. Stapleton, he has a drive. He goes well wide. That was some power. Flies up the other end.
So on that power play in the last one, nobody in front of the net. There was no shots, there was no traffic, so it made it easier for a French team to kill it.
And a little dump there, just gets away from LeBlanc, who's already got an assist in the game. Then dug out by Damien Fleury. Johnson with the little pass. Things going again. Petri back into Johnson. Still, tries to weave his way through 3 skaters. Not one of his great skills. As the penalty comes to an end, France back to full strength. Thompson sends it up the boards, and it was Johnson's pass over to Ryan Carter. Bouncing puck, good catch there from Mounier. Over to Falk. Taking too long on the puck there, Thompson just held it on the stick for a moment and allowed the French to take it back. Nice quick pass, driving through the center. Shot does come, but goes wide of Bishop. Whistle on the play means the phase comes to an end.
Penalty coming for Meunier, France team. Roughing. Got lucky with the one before, the slash didn't get called.
Well, not to say the French were just trying to pick up where they left off in the second period following that. Good hit there. Caught Falks straight in the face.
Not very smart penalty there, especially in the offensive zone on a forecheck, putting yourself and your team in a difficult position.
Well, they're going to have to do another couple of minutes now on the penalty kill, and 2-1. Trying to get back in the game. Successive penalties is not really what Henderson will want.
France playing with fire here.
Well, they're going to get burned. Shot. Oh, comes in looking for the tip in front. Loses the skates though. Goes up the other end. Bishop now to start us off again. Oh, that was sloppy. And Jamie McBain just taking his eye off the puck for a second and allows the French to kill a few seconds down the other end with Sacha Trey. Eventually the US can bring it out now, coming through the center ice. Pass from McBain. Oh, he goes for the little dump. Not really much aim on that one though, as Edouard Bellemare can take it on the right wing.
There we saw McBain dumping the puck there, Owen. Or you dump it to yourself, you go get it with full speed, or you dump a puck so that you have a chance for your teammates to recuperate it. But just small dump like that, there's no chance of having the puck back.
We're on the boards with Maxime Mozan, who plays his hockey in Denmark, the only one with the Odense Bulldogs. Only one in the French roster. A little bit of space now. Comes across, laid back though, and then the shot hit with venom. And the French though got space. 2-on-2. Now they got the quality here. Driving through the center. And it was there in the crease was Henderson, but the USD did a good job. But they're not really doing too well on this power play. It's far too much of the puck down in their own end. Rasps it off the boards. Arriving, that was a better play from the US. But then good D from Antoine Gouty. 20 to go in the second power play of this period for the US. Oh, skating in the wrong direction at the moment, and then a collision. Amateur hour for the US on this power play really hasn't gone well, especially considering they've got the best stats in the tournament. Tried to swing the shot there, Tim Stapleton, and the French back to full strength. We've got 5 gone in this final period, and that one's gloved by Houet. And another little average passage of play comes to an end. Well, and one expletive there that all you English speakers, I'm sure, could read. Joe Sacco, not impressed with the way his team's playing. I'm sure he would have given them some stern words, Patrice, after that second period where they just went completely off the boil for 10 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's unacceptable for a team as with the type of player that Team USA has to play that way. They got to pick their game up, and you just said the word there, amateur hour, and collusion in the corner with 2 players of the same team. No concentration. They got to definitely pick their game up because they might play against them right now at the end of the game.
And that's the thing, there's still this 1-goal advantage, which is very slight. You saw the French, they got their tails up and came at the US, got their goal. Okay, they've been helped already in this opening 5 by indiscipline, the US, but they can't rely on that. They need this 3rd score to take the top spot in Group H. And it's these little periods that maybe just question whether they are going to finally break this run of not meddling here at the World Championships. But we've seen weaknesses in the other teams. Russia, Finland made a good statement last night, I thought, when we watched their victory over Russia. But the Russians fallible. They've lost 2, of course, to the French last night to the hosts. And difficult to call the gold medal team at the moment, isn't it?
Well, you know what? Like I said, I know I repeat myself with that, but with the way rosters are right now with NHLs in the playoffs, anybody can beat anybody, and you can't look at what's on the paper. Hockey game is played on the ice. And again, example, France beating Russia, and then yesterday, last night's game again, Russia came in the game thinking it was going to be easy against Finnish too, and Finnish ended up with the win. So we look at the best example is Team Switzerland right now, beating everybody they're playing against. So anything can happen.
Is it going to happen here for the US as they come forward? Again, to send around the boards, that time from Carter. Emphasis as well, though, on the French. They need to try and make the scoring chances as they did in the second time. Christo just losing track of the puck for a second, but eventually recovers, sends it over to the left side, and now the US coming through center ice. Chasing is Christo, shoulder to shoulder with Orvutu. Plays for Finnish club JYP. The US were out on a day off yesterday, enjoying the various things that Helsinki has to offer. Again, not following the puck in as it's sent up. Peluche. Now Christo arriving. Well, that was better skating from him against Manavian. It's a recovery now, and Gutig. US making it difficult for the French to hold on to the puck and get out of their own zone, and still here, bogged down in center ice, going backwards toward their own goal. Bertrand just loses track of it. Another one of those who plays here in Finland for Lukko Rauma.
Good play by Bishop there, being patient with the puck. Like I said before, great puck handler, like another defenseman. Beat two French guys who went on the forecheck that just passed around him.
Well, Smith, who got that hat-trick in the win over Finland there, getting the shot in, but straight at Hue. And certainly one player we couldn't criticize from today's game so far is Ben Bishop. He's been very good as we take a look at the goals. The first one, the tip-in from Steven Jonta. And then this training move that ended with Bobby Butler just tucking in. And here is Hook Foy. There's a little 1-2, and he slaps it in past Bishop, who is already moving across the goal. And that was a nice play from the French. And we get another set of screaming. I'm not sure what this is in aid of, but kids certainly seem to be enjoying it.
I don't know if you've noticed, so when Team France is clogging up their own blue line in the middle, so Team USA has got to come wide with speed, getting the puck deep behind the Ds, behind the goal line, trying to recuperate the puck and start their own cycle game, which Steve Giunta talked about in the first period. But right now, if they're not coming with speed and they're trying to beat everybody in the middle, then that's not working.
French take the play off, but the face-off, sorry, but they couldn't manage to get it out of their own zone again, as he's struggling to get the attacking game going. Well, he's ambitious there. He didn't need to really take on his man, and he ends up losing the puck. Pass. It's too far. Stasny's complaining there. Offside, was it?
Offside. That said he touched the puck as well, but still the puck should be in his own blue line.
Stastny, the captain of the US team this year, he's put in a captain's performance as well, leading with points. The face-off in center ice comes back the US way, passed over now to Jamie McBain. He's in the under-18 World Junior Championship All-Star game. And won the gold as well, and it took pretty much every award going in that tournament. Another one who played here in Finland in the lockout. In his fourth season with the Hurricanes as the French finally get the puck back and try to come forward. Big check there in center ice, and this could work out for them. There's the shot coming, it does indeed, but Bishop's equal to it again from the stick of Morzan.
Penalty coming for Team USA, against Team USA for holding.
Fleury was in front trying to make the screen, and then there's a whistle. Penalty, as Patrice says. And look at Chris Butler, grumpy about something. Holding there. against Bobby Butler. Goes in for hooking, so another chance for France. Remember, the discipline wavered from the US in the... Not much in it, but another good save there from Bishop. Low down to his left with the pad. Does that one go in the net?
It didn't, but the France team is arguing that Team USA did not have control of the puck. Rightfully so. A chance for a power play here for Team France.
Rousseau loses out on the face-off. Now with Uti. See there, 10 minutes to wait in favor of the US on the penalty count. Bringing the puck forward was Desrosiers. He ran into his own man. And 34 years of age now, and the veterans of the team winning the Olympics with France in 2002. France failed to qualify for the Olympics coming up next year in Sochi. And 2002 was their last appearance at the big event in the ice hockey calendar. Comes around every 4 years, unlike the World Champs, of course, which is every year.
Well, Team France really disorganized right now on their power play. Can't seem to get anything going.
When the puck comes up in behind, it's a minute gone of the power play. We'll try and get the coherence back together. Well, that one was fortunate that it worked out, came in towards Trey. Oh, and that was better though, as Edouard Bellemare arrived. And once more in front of the crease, but couldn't get the stick down quick enough to make a shot on Bishop in the US goal. Here he is again. Trey, and there's all sorts of action in front of the goal. The goal takes a skip off its standing, so whistle on the play is Sacha Trey, Sparta Prague. Forward just lies in the goal.
Nice move there, toe drag, good shot, and just gets pummeled by Gianta coming from behind. Nice move by Sacha Trey.
Playing in the Czech League. Hasn't broken double digits as a forward since 2011. Most prolific forwards out there. 9 points this season for Sparta. "30 seconds to go, 10 minutes on the clock in the third period. USA still with that 1-goal advantage. Which way is it going to go? Are the French going to pull it back together? Are the US going to get that goal? Seems like it was going to come, but with this power play, France were just given a chance to just take a bit more control in the game. With Foy, sends it across. Here's Fleury. Oh, tipped over. It was Trey again in front. Fleury. Good pass from Fleury. Back to full strength, the US. Fleury once more. There's the option. Tries to drive it in, and it's taken by Bishop. Close range. There's a cheeky effort from Fleury. Can't scold him for that as the seconds are counting down. 20 shots, 3 goals, not a bad record. And wow, Bishop made himself big there at the front pipe, and no space through for Damien Fleury to get that 4th goal. Initially did well to win the playoff, but face-off, excuse me, but didn't hold on to it. Da Costa. Da Costa just gives it away. That's cheap. Henderson sees an option around the boards. He needs to get out of the way. Rousseau checked down. Check coming on from Henderson. Here it is with Petri. There's 2 skaters there. Needs to try and dig it out. Bouncing puck. He managed to get it up and into center ice. Oh, it's gone straight through the two defensemen. Neither managing to pick it up. Here's Craig Smith. Here's Moss on the boards. Higher up is Johnson. Here's Moss. A little reverse pass. And he goes in behind. Arriving is Smith. He's got the time and the space. And Smith, oh, he miscues. And then arriving, and it's Stastny. USA 3-1. And suddenly they've got that cushion back again, and it all just opened up quickly for the US. And Paul Stastny, the captain, well, with an empty net to shoot into, he gets his third goal, 8th point of the tournament, and another simple finish.
Well, there we're going to see one-on-one battle. Smith winning his battle, getting the puck in front of the net, missing his shot. Stastny is there to recuperate the loose puck, open net. But everything happened from behind the net. The one-on-one battle with Smith winning it, and then with the idea of going in front of the net. When I said before, you put the puck at the net, anything can happen. There's a perfect example right there.
You want to see something from Henderson there, number 22 for France. He was right in front of the goal. He managed to react as he just saw Stastny drift across the crease and towards the back. So the French have been on the tails of the USA since that goal from Ucroi, but now Smith picking up yet another point as well. It's his 6th of the tournament.
Team France got to keep plugging, keep putting the puck behind those Ds, and going at two guys, not one, two.
Away with it here. Looking don't want any more penalties. Dumped up by Desrosiers. Good work. Hold on to the puck, and that was a smart pass as well. Desrosiers wants an option on the turn. Trey, it's Yorick Trey. He's close in at hand, trying to give some support, but the US have managed to come away with it with Eric Johnson. And the French have pinched it back though. Desrosiers once more, sends it over. Now chasing is Mounier. Good work, physical hit there to just hold on to it. Desrosiers once more. Johnson manages to intercept. Desrosiers just uses the skate to kick it out in front. Now with a little backhand pass, was looking to find Janil, who was arriving. And then nice stick work. Desrosiers again, good period for him. Oh. Interference is the word from the referee. 7 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock.
Well, we saw a perfect example of what I said, putting the puck behind the goal line, going with two guys. France were having good success with that, and there's just a selfish power play, penalty right there. Interference on the goalie. On the offensive zone, when your team is cycling, is getting a good chance, that's unacceptable.
Well, he's not very happy about it, but the French just taking a time here to talk about things. I think Sacco's going to be a little bit more comfortable with that 2-goal lead. The French, despite their spirited efforts to come back into the game, haven't been able to make enough chances on the goal, and it's no normal man in goal either. Bishop, very difficult to beat, so not looking good for the French. They need to react.
And they can't, it's not going to happen if they take undisciplined penalties like that either, Owen. It's too bad because they had a good forecheck, they had some chances, but that's just uncalled for right there.
Childish almost.
Exactly.
So again, the US have got the one-man advantage, and are they going to be punished here? And another goal for the US, and it really is game over. There's any debating that. Falk gives the pass, waiting for it back. Stastny lays it off, now in behind with David Moss. He's got the options on the left wing. Waiting in the middle is Falk. Here is Falk. Drives it in, and it's another goal, and the French are punished I think it was Moss in front that got the tip. And, well, Yorick Trey, there he is. And I'm sure he's feeling pretty guilty and quite stupid for his action just moments before. As the US make it 4-1 and now surely have wrapped up the 3 points in this 5th game in Group H.
Well, there was the perfect example of how a power play should be. Move the puck, north, south, east, west, traffic in front, simple, good shot, good deflection, I think. Yeah, there's a goal. But like you said, Sacha Trail putting his team in a difficult position, taking away all chances of France coming back right now. 4-1 with 6:36 left in the game.
Disappointment for the French after the great high of beating Russia, a moment that many of the French skaters said was something they'll remember for the rest of their lives and tell their grandchildren about. I don't think this one will feature in the memories quite as large. And a power play goal for the US, and they have been good on the power play. You've got to give them credit for that. And it was an excellent part of their game up to now. So Yorick Trey has put his team in the hot water, and the game was already slipping away. This moment here, drive from Folk, tip from Moss.
But that's where a defenseman from France, Manavian's got to take away Moss and push him out of the way. He just stood beside him, left his stick free, and that's how he got the deflection.
Johnson gets it up the ice. Inside 6 minutes in the final period here, game 5 of the World Championships in Group H. And USA will go into the top of the group, following a miracle. And even though I don't think Saka's going to be completely satisfied with his performance, he's going to be pleased after 5 games. He got that defeat to the Russians. And it's Finland and the USA that are stretching out at the top after 5 games. Finland on 11, remember, before this one. They played their 5th game last night in the win over the defending champions. And USA 3 points will go on to 12. And cushion on Russia. Shot from Fleury, goes wide. Option in behind, but Karl is strong. He's got 2 men on him. Assistance is coming in the form of Bjugstad. That was good play. Bjugstad then just overlapping. 2-on-2. There's going to be another goal here. Oh, nice effort there on the turn from Danny Christo, drawing the save out of Houet.
Team USA,
puck under control.
Team USA's got to keep the puck down low, keep cycling.
Well, he made up for it there, Fui, because he initially gave the puck away, but managed to just track it and then get a stick on to stop a little turnover from the US. Change of skaters as the French come forward. Pass across from Roussel doesn't find the man intended. Now with speed is Moss, and he's driving towards the net. Well, nice angled drive there from Moss, but the space was narrow. Good little touch from Craig Smith to try and work his way through the 2 defensemen. French just send it up into center ice. Now on the puck is Bjugstad, over to Petri. He turns the favor to Bjugstad, and he's under pressure though. And the puck just gets away. Stastny sends it over. In with the pass across is Ryan Carter. Building with the French Meunier in center ice. Desrosiers. Still Desrosiers. Still chasing that puck around the edge. Oh dear. And the pass, well, he was looking for Kevin Okfui. Miscommunication there, and they've gone all the way back down after nice momentum up into the US zone. It's a better pass. Again, they're playing with confidence. Where was this France before? Pass in front. Fleury, maybe the US just sitting back now with that 3-goal advantage. The French pushing harder. Tipped away. Now with Edouard Bellemare. Sacha Touré goes for it, he loses out. The US can come forward. Have the French overcommitted here. 3 defensemen in the line. Something to chase. Thompson, who's arriving. Manavian. Sacha Touré finds his way through 2. Can't get past the last one though, as he takes the tumble. 2:20 on the clock. We'll say going for their 4th win of the tournament. And they're going to be able to get a 5th goal. Just close this one out. Fulp sends it over. 2 minutes to go. Ugfui tries to catch the puck in the center, but it's away from him. With Justin Fulp. 8 points last year in the World Champs, and the shot from close range from Roussel.
We saw Drew LeBlanc there holding on to the puck way too long. Instead of just moving the puck, making things, all you have to do is move the puck back to his D, trying to deke, trying to play with it. Almost creates a scoring chance for Roussel.
LeBlanc getting caught in possession. Interesting that split is from Roussel coming out in English, all that time he spent in America. But, his team haven't been able to match the Americans across the full 60 minutes. It was always going to be a tough challenge. Say that they haven't helped themselves at times, but they can take some heart from this performance.
I mean, tonight there was 2 Team USA and 2 Team France, and unfortunately, Team USA it's coming out the winner on this one.
Now, if we just take a look at the remaining games to come in this one, there's 2 more each for these pair. The French, they meet Latvia and last Germany. Definitely winnable games. The US have got Germany and Slovakia, last year's silver medalists. Shot from close in and then tucked into the net by Yorick Trey, the man who went off into the box and gave that power play chance to the US. I don't think that atones for it, but he makes the scoreline a little bit more respectable. USA 4, France 2. Trey, the scorer.
Well, it's the same story every time. Good face-off, puck, net presence, shot, rebound. It's a good job right there. Just simple play, good face-off win, quick release.
The initial shot coming from Julien Desrosiers, who's been in all the action in the last few minutes. Butler unable to get to grips with Trey. Bishop had already made the touch, and then Trey tucks it in, but a little too late for the French. Minute 30, 2 goals behind. They're going to push hard now to maybe try and get a 3rd, but have to see Belmard as well, but it goes back to the US way. Pick up the ice, 80 seconds to go.
I don't know, I would call a timeout if I was France.
2 more games coming up here in Helsinki. Later today, hosts Finland in action again. They meet Austria, and this evening Germany play Latvia. So action occurring as we speak over in Stockholm. So much more hockey to come for you here on the 2nd Saturday of the 2013 IIHF World Championships. Belmard. Oh, in front.
Why not?
Why did he try and pass and not shoot? Vitu gives it to Trey. Well, that was a good moment there for the shot.
Perfect position, perfect, right in the slot. Just take a shot. You got 2, 3 guys going to the net.
And good decision making there from the French.
Right there again, perfect situation. You have no goalie. You have the puck. Shoot it at the net. There's guys going there with speed. Don't try to make that pass. Worst comes to worst, pass it, but behind the net.
Words from Patrice Lefebvre, coach now in Switzerland, in the NHL and many leagues around Europe, North America. French do take the timeout now. But, don't feel there's enough time left in the game. What about best players of the games for you as we get to the last few seconds?
Well,
he's consulting his almanac, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd go with Moss for Team USA. And probably Kevin Ekfeuille for Team France.
There we have it. We'll see. He's got a good record so far. Zouet, who's been pulled, he had a good game.
Absolutely. Although I was going to say, although I could have a chance of being declared a game 2 for France.
Puck in behind. 30 seconds on the clock. This is Ovitu. Now Edouard Bellemare. Ovitu again. High puck. Off the boards. Moving forward was Ekfeuille. Keeps it in behind. Meunier. Yes. Putting the pressure on 3 skaters there, going up to the boards and making it difficult, but the French have sent it round. Oh, that was a nice little reverse pass to put it in front. And the seconds are all gone. The time is out. The buzzer goes. It's USA 4, France 2. And a crucial victory, an important one for Joe Sacco and his team. They move to the top of Group H, on to 12 points, picking up their 4th win. Just that one defeat so far. The French, they fall to their 3rd loss after the euphoric game against the Russians. They weren't able to produce it again. And they're still in the hunt with 2 games with teams below them in the group. They could well jump over Slovakia and qualify for the playoffs. We'll find out in the coming days. Any final thoughts, Patrice?
Well, I was expecting something a little bit more by France. A simpler game, just like I said, putting a puck in the back behind the defenseman zone, and the defensive zone of USA behind their defenseman, like they've done a few times where they had success. I thought they were going to rely on that, which they didn't. Then you saw the talent of Team USA, even if it wasn't their best game at the end. NHL talent came over, and just by keeping simple plays. So.
I'll just go through the scorers for you. It was Steven Jonta, 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Bobby Butler made it 2-0, 17-17. The French came back on a 5-on-3 with Kevin Ekfeuille in 28-24 in the second period. And made it look as if the French were going to do something special. But in the final time, Paul Stastny had a simple one on 51-37 to make it 3-1. A couple of minutes later, David Moss made it 4-1, and Yorick Trey at the end made it 4-2. And just getting the player of the game for the French is a young man who plays his hockey in the United States, Antoine Roussel. He doesn't look too impressed though, serious character. 23-year-old and David Moss. So 1 out of 2, Patrice, not bad.
Good, it's a good average.
You've got a few more games coming up today here in Helsinki, so maybe you can bump it up a little.
I'll try.
You do your very best. Well, we've had fun here. The US have taken the points, they're top of the group, and tune in for more hockey coming up later in the day. But from me and Patrice, for now, good evening, good afternoon, and goodbye.